Hello everybody and welcome. I am Count Christo and this is La Resistance. We have an intelligence agency. Heck yeah. So, this is the new DLC for HOI4 and DLC and update. Early access generously provided to me by Paradox Interactive. Thank you, Paradox. So, let's get straight into it. We are playing as the Soviet Union and I will in fact very quickly show you what setup we are using to play as the Soviet Union. We are going to be playing as Soviets, world versus Soviets. So, world versus USSR. What that means is everyone gets 2 ticks of buff, which is not a huge bonus, but it's pretty freaking significant. And the whole world is going fascist. Not only are they going fascist, but they're all going against us where possible. So Japan is going to go against us. Australia is going to align with Japan and help Japan try and kill us. The one lonesome ally that we have in the whole world is Communist China. Communist China is going to be going historical, and they will we will hopefully be able to get them in our faction and help them conquer China. In fact, to that end, we should probably make Nationalist China go, yeah, alternative. We don't want them to weaken Japan. Japan is, you know, our fight. So, we're going regular, non-Iron Man, no historical, of course. Rock and roll. Don't forget Tanatuva. Yeah, but our you know, decent ally. No offense, Tanu Ware, but, I mean, come on now. So this is basically NSEG. I mean, it's not. It's much easier, but it's the world versus us. And we're going to try and use spies to spread glorious communism worldwide and hold off the dirty forces of fascism that are, in fact, the whole freaking planet. So, let's see what we can do. First off, establishing the intelligence agency and building it up takes a lot of civilian factories. If you were min-maxing, I think there's a strong case that you shouldn't do this right away. But we're not min-maxing. Hang on. So, we are going to make it. We're going to call it the NKVD. That is a sweet-looking logo. Nice. Create the agency. NKVT, new buttons. We're also going to have a cryptology department. We're going to break the Enigma code. We're going to spy scout planes over Königsberg, and we're going to destroy them. It's going to be great. Intelligence. Sorry, research. There are no more encryption and decryption. That all happens elsewhere. So, get me the Holy Trinity, please. Get me the Holy Trinity really quickly. It's good enough. It's good enough. Okay. Free civs. So, yes, we're using 5 on special projects. Agency creation. Should we build infrastructure? I think in our super high usage states. Oh, yeah, and there's compliance and resistance. We'll get into that once we attack somewhere, but suffice to say, occupying a place doesn't just mean it's resistant anymore. Now you have to work on how compliant they are as well. And there's lots of mechanics around that, which is going to be fun. So we'll look into that. What was I doing? Right, yes, civs. We want states map mode. States map mode, please. Okay. We want to build HOI. We want to build infrastructure in all of the green ones, basically. So here. We're gonna make. I mean, it's gonna be a long game. I think no one's gonna declare war on us until Japan does. So you know, it'll be a while. So we have time to make the long play, and this might be a terrible idea, but you know, oh well. We are live, by the way, YouTube. We are live on Twitch right now, so I will occasionally be answering questions from the chat, but as is typical with YouTube-focused Twitch series, the new standard I am establishing, mostly I will not be reading chat. I mean, I will be reading chat, but I won't be answering chat, except in between episodes. Good point. Update the series title. Thank you. USSR versus the world. Save. Okay. So, focuses. All the same focuses, of course. You can do 7 before you have to do the Great Purge, and you can still then do the full Purge. So, we'll do the Great we should do war economy first, obviously. So, Starting Constitution, 5-year plan, armament effort, this, then purge. Sounds hunky-dory. In terms of, yeah, so civs, just do all this, and then as soon as this is finished, we'll start building civs in Moscow. Resource-wise, production-wise, we're not going to min-max our production lines on the stream. I may do it in between episodes. Bring up my lovely spreadsheet, but not on stream, because that's, you know, not on episode, because it's a little dull. So, for now, if we were to deploy a bunch more of this, what would our deficits be? 600, 300. Okay, cool. Give me a bunch more of these. And we're going to want to use 8 rubber exactly to begin with. So let's go 2, 1. What's that? Is that a strategic bomber? That'd be ridiculous. We haven't invented CAS, right? They don't start with CAS? No. Excuse me? Wait, is that a change? When you hit plus here and then escape, it closes the whole thing? Rather than just closing this? But it shows the shortcut that's... Was it always that way, or is that a new bug? Paradox, fix it. I'll submit a bug report if that's a bug, because that is really annoying, but... Oh well. Oh well. Not a big deal. Really annoying. Not a big deal. Pick one, Christo. Are we going to build any light tanks? No. I think, right? I don't think we need any tanks. Light tanks, that is. So, the new espionage system. This is something that Adaway, thank you Adaway. If you're not familiar with Adaway, he's a fellow streamer. He makes history videos as well over on Historiograph, which you should check out. They're amazing. And he's also the HOI community ambassador, the job I used to do for Paradox. So, he told me one cool thing you can do is steal blueprints from Germany right when they invent the Panzer III. And then you can get Panzer III tech really, really cheap and early. So I think we're just going to use mediums. So we're not going to produce any light tanks at all. Coolio. Give me some of this. Give me some of this. Something like that. Like that. But actually not, because I need more planes. So we can use up the right amount of this. So maybe like this, and then like this. And then we're going to import from the Dutch East Indies. And we are going to... We're not going to be super cheesy this campaign. Kind of broken. It's not, I don't think it's that broken. I mean, like multiplayer, sure, it's broken. But for single player, I mean, like if you think about it, it makes sense, right? We've signed a treaty to trade tanks with each other, right? To trade tank technology. Of course you're going to steal it from them. Wouldn't you? Anyway. Yeah, we're not going to go full cheese, but we are going to declare on the Netherlands almost immediately. This is the intel ledger, by the way. Once we get spies going, I'll show you more about this, but it's so cool. There's no more like little estimates here. Or were they here? We don't need to remember, because they don't exist anymore. Look at this. Look at this thing. So right now they're trading with one factory, because they're buying tungsten they don't need. They've got 3 dockyards being used in ship production. So you've got capital ship production. You can see whether they're building capitals, screens, or subs. I guess subs and convoys go together. That's a bit weird. Why? And you can see if they're focusing on planes or tanks. How cool is this? So, I mean, that's pretty darn cool. You can see how much available fuel they have. You can time your attacks when you know they've just run out of fuel. You can see how much manpower. You can see how much fielded manpower. It's so cool. You see convoys. You can see their laws, but only when you have enough tech, which is cool. And only enough, you know, spies. All right. Oh, you can know when you've run the UK enough out of convoys, which you could do before, obviously. I know, but still. And you have different types of intel. So on the journey, we have 25% civilian intel because they have limited exports, meaning people and traders are leaving their country. And that means, you know, if there's people to capture and interrogate. Army intel, because they're fascist, we have 10%. Is that higher or lower than you? Okay, so because they're fascist, that means they have, you know, lots of enemies of the state, which means you know more about them. That makes sense to me. And here's all the stuff. Oh, it tells you. It tells you all the stuff. Good tooltip, Paradox. So it tells you all the stuff that they have here. Can you still see what they've researched via Lend-Lease? Negotiate licenses. No, you can't. What a good change. You have to get them to accept negotiate licenses before you can start or request a Lend-Lease. Paradox. Good update. I didn't see that in a dev diary. That's a really good change. I mean, I agree, but still, good change. So, at 10%, you can see the approximate building counts and all that. 30% you can see fuel, and the active national focus you can only see at 30%. That's interesting. But I'm guessing our civilian intel, yeah. So on the down democracies, the so-called democracies who nevertheless maintain overseas empires that the true communist, will of the people will soon sweep aside. You can see more about the civilian intel because they have free trade. So we can see, for example, that they have 99 to 88, 49 to 88 fuel. Cool. Okay, so with armies, at 90%, you can reveal fake intel units in the Ledger Army list. Pardon me? Reveal what now? Fake? What? Okay, so let's go through this from the top. Division template list. That's cool. We can see what... that's mostly good in multiplayer, but still pretty cool. Equipment types and approximate stockpile. Okay. That's so good. That's so good. You can see there are stockpile levels. You can see when you've run them out of certain equipment. You can see how many fighters they have left. Oh, it's so good. So, Army Doctrine. That's nice for multiplayer as well. Tech counts. Nice. Okay, so you can see their supply routes. So you can know where to interdict them. You can see where... I'm not allowed to make review-esque statements, by the way, until the 24th or the 25th. But you are allowed to infer. Okay, so seeing the supply route on the map is really cool. That means you know where to bomb. Let's say the Germans have a bunch of men here. I will know if their supplies go this way or this way, and then I'll know if I'm supposed to destroy infrastructure here or here to stop them getting too much here. Ho ho ho. That's real cool. You can't see technology via request for blueprints. No, you have to get them to accept license discussion. Or whatever it's called. Okay. Per template division counts. That's cool. You can see how many they have of, different infantry and stuff. Detailed division template information. What are you going to get before then? Just, I guess, approximate. Previously researched army doctrines and texts. Yeah, nice. Ongoing army doctrine and tech research. And these are going to be very similar just for Navy, I assume. Specific ship variants. You can see how much armor they're... Oh, this is so good. You can see how much armor their capital ships have, and then tailor your capital ships to have slightly more piercing than that, but not over-egg it. What does it mean with fake intel? I don't know, but we'll find out together. Fleet count. Active naval Norwegian map. You can see where their ships are. Precisely where their ships are. That's going to be real. Okay, the problem with seeing exactly what their armor is and then planning your piercing is, of course, they're going to change theirs as you change yours, and it takes time, so. I assume, yeah, fake units are like the blow-up tanks they had in the south of England. But I don't know how does one deploy fake units? Does one deploy fake units? Okay, so you can see aircraft locations, assigned mission counts, the highest level you can see their designs, aircraft details at airports, ongoing air research. Holy crap. I hope you enjoyed me nerding out over that, but it's gonna be good. So we're reforming our NKVD. Oh, did they change this? Come on, Paradox. Make the NKVD focus actually do something. Subversive activities cost. Oh no, that might change spy activities. Oh yeah, and you can filter it. How cool is this? Nice, eh? Why is this not anything? Sounds political to me. And you can search too. Like, I can't find the purge. There it is. Cool. Don't really see how search is going to be useful, but filters are cool. Chat thinks you can use fake units. You, like, build them. And then the enemy thinks they're real. I don't see him, though. Okay. Let's organize the army, and then we can unpause. So these are all the basic infantry. Ah, right. No. Right now we have some of these guys. What are you, 12s? What the heck? One of my mods is mucking with the colors on here, I guess. We'll fix that in between episodes. So what's the difference here? They're slightly smaller. We will want these then. These are garrisons. We'll give them a garrison icon. Cool. But we will want to split them off into a separate theatre. So this is main. You can search for tanks. Why is tank getting Tanatuva? Manpower. Okay. Yeah, that's kind of cool. You can see, like, you can search outcomes, not just names. Okay. Is there a way to make your partisans more effective? Yes, there is, and we'll get to it. So, for now, we probably shouldn't assign generals till after we've purged, because, you know, some of them gon' die. You guys are the mountaineers. You're the ones I'm going to send as volunteers to the Spanish Civil War. And the Spanish Civil War is going to get hectic, so we'll see what we can do in there. You guys, tanks. You need your own dudes. Your tanks, so you can have a nice little tank symbol. There we go. You guys, tanky boys. Let's get you a tank symbol. You guys are infantry. We'll call you the first. And then like so. 1, 2. It's good to get this organized at the beginning. You don't have to worry about it going forwards. 4. What are you again? Mountaineers, right? You're the volunteers that we're going to use right at the beginning of the game, just because you're the thickest divisions. You guys are Cav, which basically just get deleted as soon as the game starts. You guys, garrisons, you will need a guy. You are going to be my... that's fine. And you're going to be my noble port defenders, which we will set up real quick. Soviets don't have many ports, so won't take me very long. Is that one new? No, I don't think it is. So, in terms of, you know, big strategic layer, where are we going to hold? We could hold the Stalin line. It's a typical one. Or we could try and push to the Vistula. And then hold, like, here, Vistula. And that's, I mean, it's a big swathe of territory that you get if you manage to do that. Let me know what you think in the comments. I think we probably do try and go aggressive. Try and push the Vistula. Well, we'll see when the war starts, right? We'll see, like, is it going to be early? Is it going to be late? You missed a port in Crimea? I don't believe so. You think of this thing? It's not a port. Ah, that one. Yes, so I did. Thank you. Alright, unpause. Rock and roll. Let's do this thing. I'm pausing the first episode on a Christo series. Practically unheard of. Missing light equipment. Light tanks, rather. That's fine. Take Finland and hold next to the Swedish river. Why don't we take Finland and Sweden and Norway and then hold down here? I'd like it if we could hold here and... maybe across, and then you hold one plains tile, and then everything else is woods behind a small river behind a major river. Why would you hold when you can push? It's AI. It is AI, but it's AI world versus us, including Japan. They're going to go against us early. And, you know, Britain and France are going to go with Germany. And it's all going to be a bit crazy. Hey, Netherlands. I am going to justify a war goal on you immediately. New Spanish Civil War mechanics might mean that that causes a world war, in which case it'll probably just restart. So why don't we drop a quick save here? But I want to get the rubber. We're going to try and hold the Dutch East Indies. If we could also take out British Malaya early in the war, that'd be really good. Friesland, who wants Friesland? We don't want Friesland, we want Malaya. And Java and Sumatra. And all that good stuff. Okay. Look at that! Agency created. So cool. Okay, so what is this? Shift W. Right, Shift W. You've got to try and learn these new shortcuts. Q, that is Q, W, Shift W. What's this? Shift Q. Okay, Q, Shift Q, W. It goes, I have to get this, remember this. Q, Shift Q, Shift W, W. And then the rest are normal. Okay, so Shift W. We've got the NKVD. Look at that logo. Very cool. Say what you want about the Soviets. I mean, you can say a lot. But they got good logos. Good unified art design. Okay, so agency branches. Here are all the upgrades we can do. Real quick, we can get plus 25% civilian intelligence. Is this flat? Is this multiplicative? I imagine it's multiplicative. Probably, but we'll see. Passive defense, we get some counterintelligence. Could be useful. I expect we're going to get a lot of spies leveled as. Well, we'll see. I don't know if the AI knows how to use spies. I assume they do. Root out resistance mission effects. So root out resistance mission. I guess that's how you can send your spies on in a occupied territory to crush the resistance. That'd be fun. We're recruiting an operative, by the way. In 29 days, we'll get to pick who we want to recruit. Steel blueprint effectiveness. Portable radios. Coordinated strike effectiveness. Okay. Invisible ink. Intelligence gained by operatives and infiltrated assets. That's going to be useful. Plastic explosives. Sabotage. Suicide pills. Means you have a chance to manage to kill yourself before you get captured. Localized training centers. Operative recruitment choice, you get 1 extra. And occupied friendly national recruit chance. Occupied friendly nationality recruit chance. Does that mean, like, we could recruit a Belarusian? Not sure. Okay, Commando training. More chance people get with the Commando trait, who I guess are better at, like, operations. Interrogation techniques. More chance of capturing enemies, and then you extract intel from them. Ho, ho, ho. I bet we can capture some Germans. Control trade, diplomatic pressure, propaganda, cryptology. I feel like we should form a cryptology department early, and then maybe not put too much effort into it beyond that, just so we start decrypting German stuff early. Maybe. But I also feel like local training centers is going to be good early on. I'm going to throw this one to chat. What do you think? Capture Mr. Adolf. I also like interrogation techniques. If we can capture some German spies early, we'll be able to get loads of intel out of them. Chat thinks cryptology. It's expensive. Sure, it gives us 25 decryption power, plus 1 cryptology level, and unlocks the cryptology department. We will form the cryptology department. I'm with you. I'm with you. Storm brewing over the Netherlands. Little do they know how doomed they will be. Have some aggressive spying? Oh, we will. We most certainly will. So it takes 30 days for every upgrade, I think, and some of them are multi-tier, as you can see, like that one has 3 tiers. I want to see our first spy. What do we think we want as our first spy? Probably someone good at just basic gathering intel, not necessarily carrying out operations, because maybe that's a bit later in the war. Decisions available. Promises of peace. We do need more stability. I think I'd rather do it with a bit of improved worker conditions, though. Early on. Don't need war propaganda. I would actually like to be notified about those. You should probably build some heavy tanks because you're not going to be able to get air superiority over the whole world. That's fine. Light SPAA will be fine. So we are going to justify it on the Netherlands immediately. We want Friesland. It's going to cause some world tension, but not too much. We'll be okay. There's the cryptology department. Ho, ho, ho. Didn't take long. So we can get another one. We can get more decryption power. We can get more cryptology level. Does that mean codes and ciphers have thus far proven to be a most effective way of establishing and protecting our spy networks overseas? The government communication headquarters shall dedicate itself to the creation of new and elaborate encryption methods that our enemies shall be helpless to decipher. So this is defensive. This is offensive. Once you invent radio and mechanical computing, radio decryption group and mechanical computing, you can work on machine as an assisted. You can get some Turing going, and you can get machine encrypted encryption. You can get some Enigma machine going. Okay, I think now we go interrogation technique, right? If we can capture enemy agents, that'll be really cool. New operative. Oh, new pop down, and no enemy cipher is being decrypted. How many can you decrypt at once? Maybe one because we're level 1. Or maybe if you spread it, it just spreads your ability. So, Grigory Ivanov. Oh, she's a seducer. She's 20% less likely to be detective, 25% greater infiltration, and 25% less risk on infiltration. He's also a seducer. He's also a natural orator. He can stage coups cheaper. I really like the idea of staging coups. That seems fun. Double agent. Our operative has been turned from the enemy into our service. He's British. While running missions against this country, 30% bonus. We turned a German. Well, we have to get the German, right? His trait isn't very good. But a German double agent? How can we not get him? Hey, feedback, how you doing? Attack Turkey to get Romania for free. It's a good idea. We might want to attack Turkey second. I mean, we have to get this, right? 30% strength gain. So we'll get him, and then we'll get this guy. Because he's good at staging coups, and we can stage coups in our enemies and stuff. And that'll be fun. Yeah. Yeah, Richard. Come on now. And Richard, we can send you to build Intel network. Quiet Intel network, which just means you maintain it passively, but you're safer. Boost ideology. Propaganda, root out resistance, control trade, diplomatic pressure. So what does this do? Prefers your faction. Gives 4 diplomatic pressure, daily world tension requirements, minus 0.01. You mean to tell me if I put him on diplomatic pressure... What's a nice little click noise. Sounds good. Does that mean if I put him here, he's going to lower world tension? Surely not. Doesn't seem like it. Changing the tension requirements. Okay, not the actual tension. The requirements. So, build an Intel network in Berlin. From local nationality plus 30%. And then, we can begin to do some operations. We can infiltrate the civilian administration, infiltrate the army, navy, and air force. Okay, and then once you've done those, they unlock more things. Well, for now, we'll just leave him there. I'm being told we can give them code names. Oh, he's Perseus. What's a famous traitor? He could be... oh, God, I've forgotten his name. Brutus. He's Brutus, because he's a double agent. Heck yeah. We're sending Brutus to Germany. Right, so, cryptology. Who do we decrypt? Probably Germany, right? Is that the guy that tried to bomb Hitler? It might be. Let's see if this is a historical guy. Richard Sorge. Oh, he's real. German journalist and Soviet military intelligence officer. He's most famous for his service in Japan, when he provided information about Adolf Hitler's plan to attack the Soviet Union. This apparently informed Stalin and allowed him to move thousands of tanks and aircraft and 18 divisions from the Far East to the Western Front. Huh. Nice. A month later, he was arrested in Japan. He was tortured, forced to confess, and hung. Well, hopefully that won't happen in our timeline. We are going to decrypt Journey. Once enemy cipher is fully decrypted, we get the following passive bonuses. Ooh, you get passive bonuses as well. Yeah, we want those. We want the extra tech bonus. So, it takes 960 days base. You can pause it, resume it. Okay, okay. Starting Constitution, jolly good. 5-year plan, please. And I'll be taking that war economy now. Giving me a bunch more factories. And as soon as this is done, we will commence the building. Jolly good. Didn't Hitler say Himmler betraying him was the second only to Judas? Name Richard Judas and prove him right? Yeah, alright. He can be Judas, someone else can be Brutus. Second only to Judas, eh? We're going to make the long play. Go straight for that mechanical computing, which they've buffed, by the way. It used to be 2-3, didn't it? Not 3-4. I think. Don't forget Japan. They're coming after you first. I don't know how long it takes Japan to come after us. To be honest. What the hell is that menu? It's the Intel Ledger, baby. And the Intelligence Agency. New stuff. We should send our next spy over here to Japan so we can try and figure out when they're going to come against us. So there's interrogation techniques. So hopefully now we can catch some German spies. Maybe we should get some counter espionage as well. By training our home guard and garrison troops in the ways of espionage. The best agents are not in the game because no one knows about them. It's good. I think we should build passive defense level 1 to try and, again, help us catch the Germans. Because you know they're going to come spy on us. Those darn sneaky fascists. We've got to be ready for them. Okay, so let's set up these naval invasions. In fact, let's end the episode. Why did I say that so strangely? The episode. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed me nerding out over the new features. In the next episode, we will begin to use them more. Are those factory costs permanent or just during the research? They are just during the research. Thank God. They would be totally unmanageable otherwise. Thank you very much for watching, everybody, on YouTube. It's been a great pleasure to have you with me. I will see you tomorrow for the next episode. We're going to have one episode of this per day. They're going to be about 30 minutes long each. And, yeah, we'll declare war on the Netherlands. We'll grab some rubber. We'll see what happens to compliance in the Indies and in the Netherlands once the war is over. Because it'll be interesting to see what resistance will persist post the end of the war. So, we'll see. We'll see. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.